because I'm not going to be working late anymore. I literally left at 3 o'clock today. It's going to
Wow.
be 3:30 most days. So Monday nights will be free once again.
About damn time.
Right. Really, every night will be free.
Get that out of the way.
Yeah. I got to be in bed by 9 o'clock to get up at 5 in the fucking morning, but
Nice.
I can at least make it to the podcast.
We have anything on the agenda to talk about tonight?
I wanted to talk about some of the crazy MMA stuff that's happening.
Okay.
It's more of a cultural commentary, though. We'll get into it because I'm sure you haven't heard about it.
Oh, I have it.
Yeah, we'll get into it.
All right.
It's not just about MMA. It's just about MMA people doing stupid shit.
Yeah. All right. Well, I got my stuff here. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. That music can only mean one thing. Is this the first episode of 2023? It is.
It sure as ass is, buddy.
It sure is. It sure is, pal. Well, my name is Jason Robbins.
I'm Jacob Craig. I just solved a lifelong mystery, Jason.
What?
We can only hear the music on our end when something else comes through your microphone. Like when you speak, we can start, like I can hear the music
That's
when you
weird.
start to talk.
I don't like that. That's weird.
Yeah. That's why everyone's just sitting there in silence, and then you say, "Ooh, that music means," and then it's and everyone's like, "Oh my god, I made a mistake."
Maybe when the music starts, I should just go or just do something to make it pop up. I don't understand. I'm using soundboard effects with Zoom. It should work, but it doesn't, and I don't understand why. I don't get it.
I mean, it works. It's just not the way you want it to.
Well, that's just life. That is a metaphor for life. It doesn't work the way you want it to.
Speaking of which, we're trying to turn this room into my daughter's room because goddamn, she will not get out of our bed. Just every moment, every night, her feet in my fucking face. It's unbearable. So there's a bunch of toys and shit in here right now, and I stepped on a toy car before we started. And I realized when the music started playing that my fucking foot's bleeding.
Jesus, what kind of car is it?
I don't. It's one of those Kinder Joy egg cars, so not even like well made.
Well, you probably got tetanus now, so.
Yeah, right. I probably have whatever is going to be after COVID-19.
Yeah, COVID-20. You just started COVID-20. Your patient 0 starts right here.
I fucking influenza 3000 or whatever the next super virus is going to be.
Oh man, dude, I can't tell if I'm just exhausted or if I ate way too much a little while ago.
Did you go to Dynasty?
No, met up with a friend of mine, Dorian, he was the editor on Monsters Anonymous. He works in the marketing department of the Scarlet Pearl. And we went and ate at it's called Under the Oaks at the Scarlet Pearl Casino, and it's what used to be the buffet, but they stopped doing the buffet after COVID-19 or COVID, whatever. The pandemic shut down the buffet, and they never brought it back. Well, it's just a regular restaurant now, and he gets a nice big fat discount, so he invited us to dinner tonight, and I had chopped steak with mashed potatoes and steamed broccoli, and I ate way too much. Have you ever gotten to the point where you've eaten way too much that you're scared to burp because you might vomit all over the place?
No, but I have eaten too much to where I'm scared to fart because I think that I'll leak through the chair.
Like, oh, it's a wicker chair you're sitting in.
You don't know what I'm made of, Bubba. I'm gonna melt that fucking chair. Dude.
Ew. Gross.
I'm gonna melt it like steel beams on 9/11, Bubba.
Dude, it was so good. I should have only eaten like half of it and then taken half of it home for later. but it was so good. I just couldn't stop.
Right. No, I've definitely been in those situations. I've been in situations where like I'm eating food that's just astoundingly mediocre, but there's so much of it that I can't bring myself to stop. Like at a fucking Golden Corral, you know what I mean? Like all the food sucks, but there's so many options. You're like, well, I gotta try the fucking chocolate dipped marshmallows.
Well, yeah. I mean, who doesn't? Yeah, you have the Rice Krispie treats that you put in the chocolate fountain. Dude, that is just, oh my God.
Like, I don't care that there's kids like wiping their boogers on everything.
I know. I've been in there before
table.
and I've seen literally have seen little kids like putting their fingers in the chocolate fountain. And I'm just like, meh, fuck it. I'll go get it.
I miss the fountain, dude. They killed the fountain after COVID.
Oh yeah. This was before COVID.
They're really killing everything because of COVID, dude.
Yeah,
I'm glad we got any casino buffets back. There's only like 2 left.
Yeah, there's Harrah's, which is like $40 a person. And I'm sorry, but I can't eat $40 worth of food in one sitting. I mean, I
can for sure, but I won't pay $40 for it. I'll pay $10.99 like everyone else.
No, who else has a buffet?
The Palace.
Palace, yeah,
it's actually really good.
It's pretty good. I've been there about a year or so ago when they brought.
But like you said, it's literally $40 a person.
Yeah, it's a little too expensive. It's a little too expensive. Buffets should never be more than $20 per person ever.
No, and $20 is for like the best buffet you've ever had in your entire life.
Yeah, but 40? No, there's nothing that good.
No, they should top out at $10.99 a person, and they'll just like, I know I'm getting gouged on the drink. Go ahead and charge me $5 for a drink. I don't give a fuck. Just set the price at $10.99, dude. Like, that's the least you can
what's the average you think of people, because they use the buffet to get people in, and of course you have to walk through the casino to get to the buffet. So of course, how many people go to eat the buffet and then they're like, I'll go spend a little money, and they end up spending, a couple $100 at the tables or in the machine. So I'm pretty sure it's way they make way more off of that buffet just from people going through the casino and then like just like, I'll just play a little bit and dropping some money into the machines before they leave.
Yeah, not off of locals, but definitely off of people who, are not from here and are like, oh, well, obviously I'm going to eat at the casino.
Because, after you've eaten, especially like right now, I feel like I've eaten so much that all the blood has left my head and my brain and went straight to my stomach to try to digest all this food. So I would not make the best decisions right now after having eaten that much. So I would probably drop $100 on the table because I'm just not thinking straight.
I wouldn't have enough money to gamble after the fucking $80 buffet.
Yeah, no shit. You bring $100 with you, like, I got nothing left after 2 buffets and a tip.
Right, and I never tip at the casino buffets. I don't give a fuck.
I always tip.
Nah, because here's the thing. Like, your whole job position is eliminated if they just put the drink machines out front.
Yeah.
Like, why would I tip you? I could just go get my own fucking drink. They just won't let me.
Which I would rather do that anyway, honestly.
Exactly. It's like Sicily's, right? You used to fucking work there.
Yeah.
I'm not tipping at Sicily's. All they're doing is getting my dirty plates as a fucking busboy. I might as well just drop it off by the trash can on my way out. I'm not tipping you. What? I get my own drink.
You're not wrong.
I know I'm not wrong. Why are you booing me? I'm right. It's a social construct. I feel like Mr. Pink in Reservoir Dogs. Like, I don't tip.
Well, the only reason we tip in this country because we don't pay our restaurant employees enough. Like, the waitresses only make like waiters and waitresses only make like $3 an hour. Mm-hmm. And if they go to work one day and they don't make enough to make minimum wage, they're just screwed.
Right. No, I definitely do tip when they do something to deserve a fucking tip. Like, I mean, buffet waitresses don't do fucking anything. But if I go to an actual restaurant, and there's actually somebody checking up on me and, oh, you need napkins, you need this, blah, 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 then yeah, I'll leave at least a $10 tip, depending on the price of the meal.
I got to go back to the Scarlet Pearl because on our way out, they have like 5 different restaurants around this one central, the Under the Oaks restaurant that they're calling it now. That used to be the buffet. They have like a bar. They have like a steak restaurant. They have a little Italian place that does like pizzas, and they have gelato, which they got all these like weird gelato flavors. And then they have a bakery in there, and this bakery had like, bowls of like banana pudding and like they had sticky buns. I wanted to get some sticky buns.
Sticky buns make my buns sticky. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude. I fuck. I was gonna say something.
They had king cakes
I
too,
don't know.
but they wanted $30
What?
for the king cakes.
Well, here's the thing though.
But it's
$30 for a king cake out of season.
No, they're in season right now.
Oh, barely. They're back in season.
Dude, I could go
Barely.
to Rouse's across the street from where I live and pay $10 for the exact same king cake.
Okay. All right, that's true, but out of season, I would pay any amount of money for king cake.
All it is it's just a giant cinnamon roll is all it is.
Yeah.
So
I
just
know.
eat cinnamon rolls.
Yeah, Jason, I'm aware. I don't fucking care.
Here's the difference
Name
between
your
cinnamon
price.
rolls and a king cake is you can make cinnamon rolls and eat them while they're fresh. If you want a king cake, just make the cinnamon rolls and then let them get like a little stale or a day or two and then eat it. And that's the same thing as a king cake.
Okay, but you have to put a baby in it.
Well, go get some little plastic babies and shove them in your cinnamon rolls.
Sounds like my Friday night. Shoving plastic babies and
I
cinnamon
was
rolls.
waiting for you to say something. That's why I was I don't know.
I don't know. I had a really good point, but then I lost it because I
know.
started thinking about something else.
I don't know.
I don't know either. But our schedule is going to be a lot better because I just started my new job today.
Yes. So we're going to
Yes.
be back to a Monday schedule. We have guests lined up again.
Yeah,
We're starting with Mr. Derek Diamond, who's going to be on this next week. And starting with him, and then we're loaded after that.
Yeah, dude, I'm already getting people for February actually because I've been so behind on booking people because I don't want to. Because this whole time we haven't had guests, I've been booking guests, and then it just so happens, oh no, I got to work on a Monday again on this shitty fucking night gas station schedule, and then the guests just never follow up. It just so happened to be a happy coincidence, but yeah, man, we've got Derek Diamond coming up, Australian comedian Monty Franklin, who opens for fucking Joe Rogan and Jim Brewer and people like that. And we got Pete Jr. coming up this month too, who's on a tour in Lafayette right now.
Nice.
Yeah. And we got some fucking 2 famous comics for February already. Our February is almost full.
Fantastic. Because
Yeah, dude,
I'm sure I'm just getting tired of talking to just you.
I know, dude. Here's the thing. I get tired of talking to just me too. No, I'm so much happier with this schedule, dude. Like
I'm
today
sure.
sucked. Luckily, there weren't any kids there because I'm an assistant teacher, by the way, or I guess an aide assistant. It's the same thing because it's for a special needs school. So they need several assistant teachers to help kids change clothes and change accidents and whatnot. But yeah, I was yawning and fucking miserable all day because I was going from working until 10 at night to now I'm up at 5 in the morning to go to school, and I'm on a fucking school bus schedule again. But I'm so much happier, dude.
Do you get to ride the bus to school again?
No, I live out of the district, so which they send buses to everywhere because it's Jackson County. So anywhere they have a student enrolled, they'll send one bus to Van Cleve just to pick a student up.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, it's great. They have surprisingly, they're trying to get a better grant right now, but I got the tour today and I was like, this place is surprisingly well funded. Like,
that's good.
I guess because it's hard to say no. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you don't want to not give money to the special needs kids because then you look like the asshole.
Yeah. Even Mississippi politicians aren't that evil.
Yeah, dude. Even Tate Reeves isn't going to yank the funding on that, Bubba.
Yeah.
But yeah, I spent all day chipping paint
Chipping
off
paint?
a little fucking wall. Yeah.
Lead paint?
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
Ooh.
I think it's acrylic. But yeah, my teacher wants to repaint the walls. So she was like, well, new guy, you're one of the only dudes in this fucking building. You're gonna chip this paint.
Yeah, you're
Like,
gonna
all
be
right.
taking on some jobs that the ladies don't want to.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm probably gonna be doing most of the lifting for the kids that are in the chairs that need changed.
Yeah.
But I'm fine with that, dude.
Are you
I
gonna be
mean,
doing any actual teaching, or are you just kind of a gopher?
well, I mean, just the thing with these kids is that we're just trying to get them ready to live in the world. So it's like, yeah, we're trying to teach them, but like we're trying to teach them how to potty train. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's like little steps like that, and that's gonna take years to accomplish. So
Yeah.
I'm mainly just gonna be helping hands as an assistant teacher.
That's good. It's such a better job than it feels like you're actually doing something worthwhile.
Exactly, dude. It's like when I'm working at the gas station, I work my fucking ass off, and just like no one cares. Everyone's an asshole to me, and I get a nice little paycheck at the end of the week. That's good, but it's like I tell people, "Oh, I'm an assistant teacher working with special needs kids." They're like, no one in the world's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, that's a stupid job," right? They're gonna be like, "Oh wow, that's awesome."
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
Dude,
definitely a sense of fulfillment.
I don't know how you could stand being at the gas station. I've been to two different gas stations in the last 2 days. Both times, old men getting
Mega
lottery
Millions,
tickets,
Mega
getting
Millions, baby.
getting scratch offs, getting mega millions, and they got to
That
sit there and pick. You know, they're buying. Literally, this one guy bought like $50 worth of scratch offs and just stood there like, give me one of those. And like sitting there and picking all this shit. I'm like, please, God in heaven, get this dude out of my way, please. I just want to pay for my shit and go.
Yeah, dude, scratch offs suck definitely because no one comes up there knowing what scratch off they want to buy. Like even if you're seasoned, like even if you buy scratch offs every single day, like you're not gonna know what scratch off you want when you get to the counter.
Especially when you're
Um,
buying $50 worth.
right, dude, that's not even a lot. I've sold $500 worth of scratch offs before
Jesus.
to one person. Yeah, no, like
That
not bullshitting that at all.
that is what you call irresponsible.
Yeah, I don't know how much money they made back on it, but probably not $500.
No, I
But
highly doubt it.
the Mega Millions shit is ridiculous, dude. Like that was my biggest stress factor before I left that job was the fact that they would just give us a skeleton crew of 2 people on a Tuesday night when Mega Millions draws. So we'll have a line out the door. No one wants fucking pizza. No one wants drinks. Just everyone with fucking slips in their hands. That we have to run through the machine and no one knows how to fucking play it. So we have to say, oh, you did this wrong. You have to fucking fix this, blah, blah, blah.
Ugh.
And they're only doing it because the Mega Millions up to 900 million. Like,
Oh, you're talking about all those people who actually pick their numbers?
yes, dude, that's everybody. If you come up to me and say, yeah, I want 5 quick picks on the Mega Million with the multiplier, I can give you that in 3 seconds and
That's
get you out the
all I
fucking door.
ever get. That's all I ever get when I get a lottery ticket. Just pick
Right.
my numbers for me.
And that's all you should ever get because the chances of you winning the lottery are significantly better if you use computer generated numbers than if you pick your fucking kids' birthdays because they're not special and God hates you.
This is true.
We had a fucking lottery lady who would come in and she doesn't even play Mega Millions. She plays the fucking Mississippi Cash 3 where the maximum prize that you could win is like $10,000 or some shit like that. You can only win $500 a drawing. And she would play these very specific numbers, tell us the numbers to type into the computer. She didn't even bother to fill out a fucking slip. And on top of it all, she would tell us the exact way to do a ticket and then give it to us, the cashier, which is a flattering sentiment, but I don't want the fucking ticket. I want the 5 seconds of time that you took away from me
There's
to
no
print
way.
that ticket.
No way in hell I would have the patience to do that job. I would slap somebody in the face.
Oh, dude, my last week there, I had to go to the cooler and scream several times to not just punch someone in the fucking mouth. I swear to
I
God.
feel your pain, man. I feel your pain.
But enough about that. I
Yeah,
never want to talk about a gas station
no,
ever again.
that if you're tired of hearing us talk about Jacob's gas station job, that's the last time we will talk about it.
Yeah, no more funny stories, but equivocally, no more bitching about people who play the lottery. So
Yeah. So
at
screw
least
all of
there's
you who
that.
play the lottery and make me late for work because all I want is a freaking coffee. So
Yeah,
screw all of
it's
you.
fine if you know how to play it. But the thing is if you don't know how to play it, and then the cashier prints out a ticket and it's not what you wanted, and you don't buy it, that cashier has to fucking buy it.
Wouldn't it be awesome if that cashier bought it and then ended up hitting the lottery?
Yeah, it would be amazing. But here's the thing: what most places do, luckily we didn't have to do this. They'll make you take it out of your drawer at the end of the night. So if someone makes you print out a $75 ticket that they don't want, then you're $75 short on your drawer, and the company keeps that ticket, and they check to see if it's a winner at the end of the drawing.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that's what they do in the industry with unbought tickets. So it wouldn't even go to the cashier; it would go to fucking Circle K corporate.
Screw that. So you brought a topic in you wanted to talk about tonight,
Yeah.
and you wanted to inform me about some stuff that I really couldn't give a shit less about. So hit me with it.
No, I think you will care because it's MMA related, but not really. So the big news of the week, I'm surprised you didn't see this, is that Endeavor's stock, which is the company that owns the UFC, but they also own a whole bunch of other stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Their stock is down because TMZ got a video of UFC president Dana White hitting his wife on New Year's Eve at a nightclub.
Wow.
And because of that, the entire company is losing money, and they're probably going to end up replacing him just because they're losing money. But everyone on Twitter's argument is that in the video, his wife slapped him in the face, and then he slapped her back in the face harder, and then he slapped her again even harder. Wow. But everyone's argument is that it's okay because she's hit him first.
No.
So I want to get your take on this.
My take?
Yeah.
I mean, I've never hit a woman. I would never hit a woman.
Right.
I
Here's my thing. If it was a random club lady who just stormed up to me and slapped me, I probably wouldn't hit her, but I would at least like shove her maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If there's this random lady, like get the fuck away from me. But if my significant other, if my wife of 42 years, by the way, I think they've been married or some shit like that, or 30 years.
How old is he?
So I think it's more like 30 years. They met when they were 12, though. Oh. They've known each other since they were 12 years old. If she came up to me and slapped me, that probably wouldn't be my response, Bubba. Because chances are you're doing something wrong to get slapped in the middle of a fucking club.
And if he's hitting her too, that's probably not the first time.
It's definitely not the first time. Because he's not scared to put his hands on her in the middle of the fucking club. Yeah. Imagine what he does in the bedroom.
I don't want to imagine that, but let's move on.
He puts on some fucking Chuck Liddell worn UFC gloves and beats the shit out of her with Tito Ortiz's blood still on it.
Puts her in an arm bar.
Yeah, right. No, it's just so crazy to me that all these MMA people like are justifying that because she hit him first when he just slapped the shit out of her right after that.
It doesn't matter.
Right.
I mean,
and he's known for like cheating on her with other women, like ring card girls and shit.
Oh, well, yeah. Just looking at the dude, you can see that.
Yeah. I mean, he looks like you if you started doing TRT.
Which might happen one day. I don't know.
Oh, dude, if you get the money, you're definitely going to go full TRT.
I mean, I understand that, something like that happens and the stock plummets because all your investors start getting scared that, and then it's just kind of like a snowball effect, which is what happens. I mean, that's just normal. If you do shit like that, your company is going to start losing money and you're going to lose your job. I mean, that's the way of business.
Right. But the fact that Endeavor's losing stock and no one has been like, hey, we need to just immediately fucking fire you like any other job would do if it wasn't a multi-millionaire.
Yeah, but also at the same time, he, like you said, there's been so many MMA fans defending him. He's probably got like an army of loyal little fanboys that'll go
Right.
crazy if they fire him.
But MMA fans don't buy stock in the UFC though.
Exactly.
It's like because Endeavor, they own the UFC, but they're also a talent agency. They own like movie studios, they represent actors. It's people like that that are pulling their investments because of they don't want to be as anywhere fucking near that video.
Well, and plus, if they fire him, then all the fanboys are gonna scream that Endeavor and what is the company
The
called?
UFC.
UFC. They're going woke. Then you go woke, you go broke, bro. And
that's true. It's a very Republican company.
They'll start getting people like not going to the shows, not getting the pay-per-views, and they'll start losing money like crazy. So they're in a tough position, which I would not want to be in.
Right. And it all could have just been subverted if you just didn't hit your wife.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, that's what it boils down to is don't hit your wife. I mean, it's
like, I just don't find it that hard personally.
Yeah, it's that fucking simple. Just don't fucking hit your wife.
Jason, you've had a lot of woman problems in your times.
Yeah.
And you've had just a horrible relationship and you managed to not hit the woman. It's not that hard.
It's not hard. It's not hard at all to not hit your significant other.
Like I'll playfully like slap my fiance.
I mean, yeah, well, yeah. I mean, that's just playing around, like doing pinching and stuff like that. But I mean, if my significant other like maybe hit me in the face with a baseball bat, yeah, then maybe I might.
Then it's fight or flight.
Yeah, I'm throwing hands at that point.
Yeah, but if she just sees me dancing with some random woman in the club and storms up and slaps me, I can't be like, "What the fuck was that about?" and hit you back. Like logically, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, I was dancing with a stripper, and then my wife hit me."
And what if she comes up and she hits you? Just be like, "Hey, get in the car. We will talk about this when we get home."
Right.
Don't hit her in public. Don't hit her behind closed doors, but definitely don't hit her in public.
The name of the episode, by the way, don't hit her in public. That's what we're really advocating for here, guys. Just don't.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Don't hit her. Especially don't hit her where people have camera phones, but don't hit her behind closed doors either.
But it's like, you would think that if you've got to the point in your life where you have millions upon millions of dollars, right? You have just infinite fuck you money. Mm-hmm. You think that you would be smart enough to not jeopardize every single bit of that by just hitting your wife in the middle of fucking 100 people on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
There was just people watching like, what the fuck do I do?
And they might, I mean, it's possible that they absolutely hate one another, but they don't, they don't want to get divorced. Or at least he doesn't want to get divorced because she'll get half easily.
It's very possible that they don't want to get divorced because
maybe she likes the money too much.
She likes the money, and he probably had her sign a prenup.
Yeah.
That's why they're not divorced.
It's possible.
That's exactly why they're not divorced. That could be the only reason why she's not leaving him. Why he doesn't leave her, I don't understand. I guess because then he would be breaking the prenup if he leaves her. Is that how it works?
I don't know. I don't know. My divorce.
I'm pretty sure if he makes her sign it and then he divorces her, the prenup's void.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. My divorce was uncontested, so it was just kind of like, I don't want to be with you. I don't want to be with you. Let's get the fuck away from one another.
Right? Yeah. Your divorce happened over a fucking two-way mirror, so you didn't even have to look at each other.
We didn't even have to be in the same room. Literally, I went to divorce court by myself. She didn't even have to be there. I was there with my lawyer. And that was
got divorced at like a 7-Eleven window where you just signed the fucking thing.
That's literally almost like what it was. Like we went to divorce court and it's just one judge sitting up at the front of the court. It was a small courtroom. It sat maybe like 25, 30 people. and there was like a couple other couples in there too, like actual couples getting divorced. But I was in there with my lawyer. She was like, only one of you has to go since it's uncontested. And so I just went to court, answered all the questions, and they're like, okay, you're officially divorced. And that was that. There was no prenup or millions of dollars involved. But I mean, if you have that much fucking money, I mean, he's got to have over $100 million in assets, right? You would agree with that?
Easily.
Easily.
Yeah, but the assets wouldn't even be touched, right? Because that's all hidden.
Yeah.
So it would be whatever's public would be on the table.
But what do you suppose he has in cash? Like not in cash, but in bank accounts.
Yeah.
Like how much of his money is liquid?
I think that tangibly what someone could take that's not in a Swiss bank account, that's not hidden under his fucking mattress, that's not hidden in fucking Randy Couture's left nostril. it's fucking probably at least $500 million. And he's got more than that somewhere else.
Let's just say he's liquid $500 million in various properties, because you know he has more than one home.
Oh, yeah, he has several.
Why does if you're in a relationship where you both can't stand one another and you're literally punching each other in public on New Year's Eve, you're beating the fucking shit out of one another on New Year's Eve, that's how much you hate one another. Why doesn't he just go to her and say, look, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you this property in this house, these cars, and I've got $500 million just sitting in the bank. I will give you 100 million of it, and let's just call it even.
Here's why, Jason. Because the way you're sounding right now, it sounds like you're getting your ass kicked at Monopoly. And no one's going to take your deal if you're getting your ass kicked at Monopoly. Because if you're making that deal, you know that I'm going to fucking beat you. You know that I got Boardwalk. You know that I got Park Place. You know I got you fucking cornered. So I'm not taking your $100 million.
But I mean,
I'm not taking any of your properties because I can take more.
I'm going under the assumption that she signed a prenup.
Right. Right. But here's the thing. She could say, fuck you. I don't want any of that. I want you to break your prenup so I can get $250 million so I can get the house in Miami.
Dude, if you have $500 million, just cut the $250 million check and call it a day. Because look, $250 million, that's more money than any one person ever needs.
Yeah, but Jeff Bezos had to be a multi-hundred billionaire before he got okay with giving half of that to his wife. You know what I mean?
The richer you get, the more that's going to sting.
I don't think so, dude. I mean, Dana White's on the lower totem pole of millionaires, I feel like. I mean, I wouldn't say, yeah, I mean, he's definitely not in the upper echelon with
even
Elon
if he
Musk.
Does just have like let's just say he has $500 million. Dude, that is,
okay.
You could spend so much money and not come close to spending all of that before you die. Mm. There's just no way.
Right. Yeah, I mean, there was another viral video where he gave these fucking YouTube brothers some ridiculous amount of money for their birthdays. He gave them like $100,000 each or some shit like that. It's like he's just doing fuck you shit with fuck you money.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess when you get divorced and that the stakes are that high, when you've got that much money riding on everything, it becomes real ugly real quick when a lot of money is involved.
I mean, obviously, if they're hitting each other, then they both have each other over a barrel where there's nothing that they can do to leave the relationship without giving each other some sort of assets or money.
I just don't understand. Like, if people are in such a relationship that's just that awful, like, why are you still together?
Yeah. And here's the thing, too. Dana White has the entire UFC legal team that could represent him personally in court.
Exactly. Like, if you have those resources, why are you not just for peace of mind, man? That can't be a peaceful existence to be in a relationship like that.
But also, this is the first time that I've ever actually even seen Dana White's wife on video or in a picture or anything. Yeah. So he could just as easily just pay one of his fighters to fucking kill her. You know what I mean? Not in public.
I imagine she's not a spotlight seeker.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you obviously wouldn't if your husband is known for dirty business dealing, underpaying fighters, sleeping with female fighters and ring card girls and porn stars and
Yeah.
strippers. You wouldn't want to be associated with him in public unless you're slapping him in the fucking face for
Yeah.
TMZ.
I don't know, man. That's just I would if I ever I'll never know experience what it's like to have hundreds of millions of dollars or be that
Mm.
rich. So I don't know. I don't know what to think of that situation. All I know is
Yeah,
don't hit your wife or girlfriend,
right.
significant other. Don't because if you do that, you're going to put $1 billion industry in jeopardy. Because you're
Yeah,
damned. They're damned if they do. I'm damned if they don't. If they don't fire him, the investors are going to pull out. If they do fire him, the fans are going to go away. So
yeah.
what's your oh my God, that is a uh, that is a bad decision have to make
Yeah.
right there.
Well, the funny thing is that they did it to themselves
Yeah,
by making the UFC trading public not too long ago. If the trading was private, then just fire him. No one would fucking care because it's a private company. No one, there's no yours and mine money. It's not tied up in it.
yeah.
But now that there's fucking just regular people investing in it that are all gonna not invest in it anymore if Dana White gets fired, then now you're in a hard place because you decided to go public as a company with that piece of shit leading it. It's your fault. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't know. I would not want to have to make that decision. I guess that's why I'm not on the board of a $1 billion company because I don't make the hard decisions.
Right. I wonder what Ray Rice is doing right now.
Who's Ray Rice?
That guy that knocked out his girlfriend in the elevator, the NFL player.
Oh,
I wonder what he's up to.
I don't know.
It seemed to blow over good for him.
Yeah, and Chris Brown worked out well for him.
Yeah, it worked out really well for Chris Brown, actually. I mean, he's back on the charts again. Like people listen to Chris Brown now.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I think
he hit Rihanna and she became a billionaire. So
yeah, maybe he hit some good luck into her or some shit. I don't understand why like the fucking generation of beta male that like glorifies hitting a woman. It's like there's just this bunch of dudes who listen to Chris Brown and think Chris Brown's fucking cool because he beat the shit out of Rihanna. Like,
oh, I don't know. That is a whole
it's a whole other can of worms.
yeah, that's a whole segment of humanity I do not even pretend to understand.
That's a whole other elevator of knockouts.
Yeah, no shit.
Dude, that video is objectively funny though, right?
I did see the video. I mean, it's all grainy and stuff. You can barely see what's going on, but
No, the Ray Rice video.
oh, the Ray Rice. Oh, yeah.
Like obviously it's horrible, but just like the way she hits the stanky leg on the way down is kind of like, oh my God.
Don't get us canceled, please.
I'm just saying, dude. I'm just taking a risk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm very public about my hate for Chris Brown and Floyd Mayweather and Ray Rice and
Yeah.
anyone who hits women. So
Yeah.
anyway, I just wanted to bring that up because that was like the big news of this last week. Because it happened literally on New Year's Eve a few days ago, and now the company has just been in like fucking limbo standoff since then. It's $1 billion company.
Well, they could always put Joe Rogan in charge.
Yeah, right. No, there's so many people that could do that job better because the president really doesn't do anything except say yes, no.
Yeah.
Like you approve final decisions. That's all you do.
I could run it, even though I don't know anything about MMA. They could come to me. I'll run it.
Since you don't know anything about MMA, you could probably run it better than anyone else who knows anything about MMA.
And they'll never have a video of me beating up my girlfriend in public.
Right. Just in private.
Yeah, just in private.
Just in private. Just in private, and it's on her OnlyFans. That's all you're going to get from me.
Yeah, she'll make money off of
Yeah, she'll make plenty of money off of it.
But
no, I mean you would run it better because you wouldn't be like, oh, you get a title shot because you have like people like you. Be like, oh, this guy has a 10-fight win streak. Obviously, he should be the champion.
Well, if they offer me the job, I'll take it. I'll do it.
Yeah, I think that's what they're talking about in the boardroom right now.
Maybe I should tweet at them, be like, "Hey, I'll do it."
Right. I'll be the speaker.
I'm
Fine.
a 200-pound, 6'3" bald white guy, so I obviously look like MMA guys.
You're literally Dana White. Like,
Yeah, like there's not much. I don't even think people would notice a difference
mm-hmm.
if they switched us out.
No, they just put you in a makeup chair for about 2 hours before you go to any press conference, and as long as you just say a bunch of F words,
Yeah,
everyone be like, "Oh, it's Dana White."
Yeah,
like,
I can do that.
Yeah.
That sounds easy.
Yeah, you could be the Speaker of the House. That's fine.
Let's go vote on that. Well, I'll throw my name in the ring, Speaker of the House. I'll be Speaker of the House and head of MMA. So that'll be great.
I'm the head of the sport of MMA. Do you know who you're talking to right now? That's like, Jason, you just said, I'm in charge of soccer. That's what you said.
That's what I meant, too. I'm in charge of government and fighting.
I speak for the houses. I am the Lorax.
I'm a 45-year-old man, and I still don't know the difference between a congressman and a senator.
One's in the... they're the same thing.
Yeah, I know.
You say you didn't know the difference?
I'm just making.
Yeah, we should leave.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about that time to wrap it up. So what? I think we already said that Derek's going to be on next Monday, and we have a bunch of guests coming up after that. Anything else we need to let the people know about? I know that we changed something on the Patreon today. Why don't you tell them about that?
Yeah. So I made the executive decision to kind of just completely restructure the Patreon to where, as long as we stay at a $50 level, we will shill out some bonus content, whether it be extra episodes, challenges, commentary tracks. I just didn't want to be committed to having to do something crazy for a challenge, because
I'll take on some challenges if the producers in our producers chat want to give me a challenge to do. I'll do a challenge for January.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, I will too. I'm definitely still open to it. That's definitely still something we're going to do. But it's just the purely trying to do the challenges every month is just a nightmare for scheduling between the two, me and Jason.
Well, it'll be a lot easier now that you actually have a big boy job.
It will. But also it does cost a lot of money too, whether we have to purchase belly button piercings or tasers or hot sauce or something like that.
Yeah.
But I did keep the $50 level in Patreon. So as long as we have a subscriber in there, that's our goal met for the month.
Yep.
So being a $50 subscriber meets our goal. You're single-handedly funding us for all of our bonus content. Thank you so much for being in that tier. And if you're not, you're still helping keeping us at the $50 level. And if we don't have someone in the $50 tier, then we can still be at the $50 level every month and still give you guys bonus content.
Yeah, that's the thing with not only this show, but Nerd Cave Retro, which is I do co-host as well. As long as we stay at $50 a month on the Patreons, that keeps the shows breaking even at that point. That's why we want to keep that $50 bottom line to keep doing all the extra content every month. We make money through ads and stuff like that as well, but the baseline Patreon is $50 a month to keep us doing bonus content, because at $50 that basically the shows don't cost us any money at that point.
Right. Yeah. I mean, whenever we'll still do challenges, but whenever we do a challenge, that money's not coming from y'all. That money's coming from me and Jason.
Yeah.
And we'll do it as a thank you to you guys. We're absolutely, 100% going to do that, but we can't do it every single month.
So yeah, that's why we did the little change on Patreon. So it's not a huge change, but just so you guys know, well, if you want to keep the extra content, we got to stay above the $50 mark. That's just basically all it's saying. But
and we're there right now, so you guys are going to get some bonus content.
You don't even have to worry about it. We're already there for the month. So anything else before we leave this evening?
Just as always, if you want to see any guests on Open Micers Podcast, or if you want to be a guest on Open Micers Podcast, be sure to email us at openmicerspodcast@gmail.com, or just hit me up. I'm your boy Jacob on just about everything.
Yeah, you can go follow both of us on Twitter and Instagram. I'm at JFunktastic. Jacob is at Jacob what is it? Jacob C. Craig on Twitter and Jacob Craig Comedy on Instagram. And also at OpenMicers on Twitter and Instagram. And that's going to do it for this week. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. And we will see you guys next week.
I challenge Ray Rice to a celebrity boxing match.
All right. Well, that was an episode.
Yeah,
we got
it was
banged
fun.
out
Yeah,
because man, I am fading fast. I'm so
I
tired.
am too, dude. I gotta go to bed in 15 minutes.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for watching on Twitch and on YouTube, and we will see you guys regularly on Monday nights again, starting next week. So we will see you guys on Monday.